Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the right coronary artery. The heart's blood supply is mainly done by two arteries, namely the right coronary artery and left coronary artery. Today let me talk about this right coronary artery. We know at the root of the aorta, we could find three sinuses: anterior aortic sinus, posterior left aortic sinus, posterior right aortic sinus, and this right coronary artery arises from the anterior aortic sinus, that is from this area. Now, what is the course of this right coronary artery? After arising from the aorta, it passes between the right auricle and the pulmonary trunk, a groove between them, and then it passes along the right coronary sulcus, and at the junction between the right border and the inferior border it goes to the posterior aspect. After entering the posterior aspect, it is called the posterior interventricular artery. So it runs in the right posterior atrioventricular groove or the right posterior coronary sulcus up to the crux of heart. I'll tell you what is this crux of heart, and it terminates performing anastomosis with the left coronary artery. This posterior interventricular artery is also called the posterior descending artery. Now, branches of the right coronary artery: a right conus artery, anterior atrial branch that supplies the SA node called the nodal artery, and anterior ventricular branch called the right marginal artery, posterior atrioventricular branch, posterior interventricular branch that supply the AV node, Now let me talk about each branch in clearly. So this is the right coronary artery, and this is the right conus artery. This is a ventricular branch, that is nothing but the right marginal artery. And now coming to the conus artery. This right conus artery along with the left conus artery, a branch of the left coronary artery, performs anastomosis and forms a necklace-like structures around the neck of the pulmonary trunk. This is the pulmonary trunk. This is the right conus artery, and the left conus artery comes in this fashion, forms a necklace-like structure around this pulmonary trunk. This is called annulus of Vuescens. What is the meaning of Vuescens? In Latin, the Vuescens means necklace-like structure. And this anterior atrial branch, so it goes to the atrium. This goes to like this atrium and supplies the SA node 65%. Next, this is the right marginal artery when you see it from this way, and when you see here, it is very clear, like this is the right marginal artery. It's an anterior ventricular branch. Now, this is the posterior interventricular artery, which you could see in this green color structure. This supplies the AV node that is present between two atria, true ventricle in the center position. So area supplied by the right coronary artery, right atrium and greater part of the right ventricle, posterior interventricular groove, posterior 1/3 interventricular septum, entire conducting system except the left branch of bundle of Hess. It supplies the SA node, it supplies the AV node, and it also supplies the right branch of the bundle of Hess, but it doesn't supply the left branch of bundle of Hess. Let us see in the next class which is supplying this left branch of the bundle of Hess. So guys, thank you for watching this video.